Welcome to today's podcast. We're diving into an intriguing topic, the 7 signs someone is simply a bad person, according to psychology. Now, I'm not one to label people, but sometimes you gotta call a spade a spade. We're gonna break down these red flags, these telltale signs that someone might be bad to the bone. It's about protecting yourself, setting boundaries, and not letting these toxic folks drag you down. Let's explore what experts say about identifying these traits in people around us. First up, a lack of empathy. This is when someone shows no concern for others' feelings or well-being. They just don't get it, and frankly, they don't care. They're completely indifferent to the pain or suffering of others.
Now everybody stumbles, everybody makes mistakes, but a truly bad person, they don't feel remorse or guilt. They lack that fundamental human connection. They can hurt you, betray you, and not even bat an eye. They're so wrapped up in themselves, their own needs and desires, that everyone else is just an object to them.
These folks, they're missing a crucial piece of the puzzle, and that's empathy. You see, empathy is what makes us human. It's what allows us to connect with one another on a deeper level. Next, chronic lying. People who constantly lie to manipulate or deceive others are often considered harmful. They twist the truth, spin stories, and create elaborate facades. It's all about control, about getting what they want, even if it means hurting others along the way.
These folks are masters of deception, weaving webs of lies that can be hard to untangle. They'll look you straight in the eye and lie without a shred of remorse. It's like they don't even have a conscience. And you know what? They don't care about the consequences of their actions, not really. They're only interested in self-preservation, in protecting their own interests.
Manipulative behavior is another red flag. These individuals twist situations to their advantage, often at the expense of others.
They're experts at playing the victim, guilt-tripping you into doing what they want. They'll use your own emotions against you, making you feel responsible for their happiness, their success, their well-being. It's a dangerous game they play, and they're good at it. They're like puppeteers, pulling the strings, controlling those around them. They're experts at reading people, finding their weaknesses, and exploiting them.
A bad person often refuses to take responsibility for their actions, blaming others instead.
They're never at fault, always the victim of circumstance.
Yeah, they'll point fingers, make excuses, and deflect any blame that comes their way. It's almost like they're experts at playing the victim, convincing others that they're the ones who've been wronged.
They lack the integrity to own up to their mistakes, to learn from them, to grow as individuals.
It's always someone else's fault. Always something outside of their control. And you know what?
This lack of accountability, it's a slippery slope. It leads to a cycle of toxic behavior, of hurt feelings, of broken relationships.
Some people take pleasure in others' pain or failures, which is a clear sign of a toxic personality. They revel in the misfortune of others, finding a twisted sense of satisfaction in someone else's downfall. They might disguise it as concern, but deep down, they're secretly thrilled when someone else stumbles. They're often envious and jealous, harboring resentment towards those who have what they lack. Instead of celebrating the successes of others, they secretly hope for their downfall.
This kind of negativity is toxic, it's draining, and it can poison even the healthiest of relationships.
Being consistently negative, critical, or pessimistic can indicate a harmful mindset. They're like emotional vampires, sucking the joy out of every room they enter. They complain constantly, criticize relentlessly, and focus on the negative aspects of every situation. They're quick to point out flaws, to highlight shortcomings, and to dwell on the worst-case scenario. They'll drain your energy, zap your enthusiasm, and leave you feeling emotionally exhausted.
It's like they have a rain cloud hanging over their heads, casting a shadow over everything and everyone around them.
Finally, exploiting others for personal gain without remorse is a hallmark of a bad person. They use people, plain and simple. They see others as tools to be manipulated, as resources to be exploited. They are driven by greed, by selfishness, by a complete lack of empathy for those they hurt along the way. They'll take advantage of your kindness, your generosity, your willingness to help.
They'll use you until you have nothing left to give, and then they'll discard you without a second thought.
Thanks for tuning in. Remember, recognizing these signs can help you protect yourself from toxic influences. It's about setting boundaries, protecting your own well-being, and surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, not drag you down.
Stay informed and take care.